David is one of the most fascinating and important characters in all the Bible. He's been described as the first human being in world literature. He experiences all the highs and the lows of any human story. He experiences great success, crushing defeats, and tragedy. His is a very real, complicated human story. In this class, we get to take a deep dive, a sustained look at David's life and his story. From his rise and his victory over Goliath, to his struggles with Bathsheba and Uriah, to his fights with his son Absalom, who rebels against him, to God's commitment to him, to his eventual death. David's story has much to offer us. David's also a bit of a conundrum. After all, he's described as a man after God's own heart. He becomes the benchmark through which all the kings of Israel and Judah are measured. Seems like he is the ideal human being in the Bible. Yet at the same time, he commits adultery, he commits murder, he commits a host of other sins. He is certainly a fallible and fallen human being. In David's story, we get to see God's special commitment to David. God promises to work through David and his family in a way that he promises no one else. And it's this commitment to David that eventually leads to the fulfillment of that commitment in Jesus Christ. In this class, we get to look at David's life and say, what is it about his life that can teach us lessons about Christian leadership? After all, David is described as a man after God's own heart. It seems to me that striving to be a man or woman after God's own heart ought to be something that we should be seeking after. And in taking a hard look at David's life, we're going to ask the question just what that might mean and what that might mean for us.